Emergency?
My mommy and Daddy are having a fight.
Is she hitting her?
Stop it! Mommy!
Okay, don't cry. We're going to send the police.
Okay.
In the United States, a report of child abuse is made every 10 seconds. That's over 3 million reports made every year. On average, more than 5 children die every day because of child abuse and neglect. More than 75% of them are under the age of 3.
I don't think people understand the level of trauma that children can actually experience from infancy.
When we talk about trauma, we talk about in a situation in which a child or an adult feels that their life is in danger.
We have parents that we have children that have been removed who the children have seen another parent murdered. They've actually been in the room while their mother was being stabbed to death.
There are a lot of LGBT individuals who've been rejected from their families and end up facing discrimination and end up on the streets.
We have had children who were abducted into sex trafficking.
You have kids that come from homes that there's just such poverty that they don't have the basic means to feed the kids, to homes where they're actively selling drugs and there's guns and different things in the home, domestic violence, mental health issues, just so much that can go on for these kids that cause someone else to intervene.
Kids are like Play-Doh. I mean, they're in the process of becoming a full person, so they're more vulnerable.
Whether or not they're 2 or 4 or 8, that's something that physically impacts them. It's a marker in them.
A lot of the children that we get referred from DCFS, it's because they've been exposed to substances in utero, meaning that they have drugs in the system when they're born.
Those mothers aren't allowed to take their children home.
I was in foster care since birth, right out of the hospital, put in foster care. I've been placed in 23 different homes. I was addicted to drugs for a little while, and I was also homeless for a while in Hollywood, sleeping on the streets.
There are so many homeless kids, and I never saw them. They were invisible to me because they're still teenagers. They still want to look good. They still want to have the newest clothes. They want to be clean. I was walking by homeless kids every single day, and I had no idea.
In California, there are over 2.2 million children currently living in poverty. In LA County alone, 254,000 people will be without a home at some point this year. It's estimated that on any given night in Los Angeles, as many as 82,000 people could be without a place to sleep. 10,000 of those are children.
2 years ago, my grandmother passed away, and she was my mom, so she technically raised me. So I ended up being homeless.
I think every child deserves to have an opportunity. Just because they come from a different background than many of us may have grown up in doesn't mean that they don't deserve the same opportunities.
There's a definite correlation between our very packed jails and prisons and psychiatric hospitals and kids who came out of an abusive, traumatic start.
These people are going to turn into adults, so when you're 5 years old and you throw a tantrum, it looks really different from when you're 25 and you throw a tantrum, or when you're 40 and you throw a tantrum.
By helping them, one child at a time, it can make a big difference, and I think that's what we do.
The Village Family Services, located in the heart of the San Fernando Valley, is a wellness agency dedicated to improving the lives of families and children, focusing on giving them the tools needed to lead better lives.
The drop-in center is so unique because we see so many different types of individuals and their needs are always different.
I feel like this place is a really good place for the youth, And even the homeless, you have somewhere to shower, they feed you, they give you clothes. It's just awesome.
We really want to make a space for teens to come, that are 14 to 24, to know that they're safe and they're welcomed and that someone does care about them.
I feel like the Village Family Services is different from other agencies because we're always looking to grow and do more.
And we're actually starting a housing program this year. This spring we'll be opening a home for 6 youth, 6 young men, transitional age youth, 18 to 24 years old, that are in need of a transitional place to live, whether they're exiting the foster care system or for some reason they're on the streets.
Every life that we touch is an impact on the community.
Even if the change is just that little bit, but that little change can be really significant for a client.
I think everybody from the top on down are just incredibly invested in the community that we serve. The commitment here is really inspiring.
I think what I love most is just knowing that there's a possibility that at the end of the day I helped impact someone's life. I helped impact a youth's lives, and because of that, it might change the way they live their life or what they do in life for the rest of their life.
That's where the importance of this work is, that we work with them to prepare them, because it's not an easy world out there.
One of the most challenging things was them not thinking anyone cared, and them thinking that no one was there to help them.
They cannot defend the same way that an adult can defend. They're very resilient, and you can see the results.
It's always great to have a client come back and say, hey, I got my first job, or hey, I'm in college.
There was points where I wanted to give up, and it took that one person to show me that they care.
I come to Lucy and I just let it all out, and then later on I feel better. Like it's like I get hope that things will like get better.
I feel happy because like I'm thinking, oh my God, somebody cares about me. Like my mom cares about me, and she cares about me. Like
we need your help. We can't do it alone. We need your help. We have to put all of the pieces together. We have to pull from everywhere that we can pull from, and no matter how small, you can help and you can make a difference.
If I didn't find a facility like this, I definitely would not be in the position I'm at. I probably still would be on the streets, still thinking no one cared, and God forbid, probably wouldn't even be alive, because I probably would have given up hope to the last bit and wouldn't have cared anymore, because no one else did, and that's why these places are so important.
It's really nice to have her. Like I feel like she's like an angel to me.
And that's why I do what I do. That's why I do what I do.
Individuals who contribute to the organization can know that their financial support makes a huge impact in the lives of children and youth in our community.
I'm glad that we're here. I'm glad that the village is here. I'm glad that we are trying to make a difference.
We've got more to do.
Then there's that.
We've got more to do. Yeah, we have to.
They say it takes a village to raise a child, yet every day, thousands of children grow up with this vital piece missing from their lives. With your help, we can be the village to a child in need.
I'm really thankful for you guys, and I appreciate you guys every single day. Thank you.
Thank you.
thank you so much.